Well, welcome everybody back. Make sure you're tuning in for the next couple of races. Welcome everyone on YouTube, on TORCseries.com. And stay tuned. We still have more racing. You got to thank Scott back on the podium for doing all the live interviews with Keegan Kincaid, CJ Greaves, and Johnny Greaves with the big win in the Chairman's Cup. So stay tuned. We're up next is Super Stock Truck, the Mountain Dew Super Stock Truck. We have a full field starting on the pole, the number 807 of Mike Funk, in the 880 of Nick Visser. In the third spot, Troy Shaden in the 829, Ben Holger in the 844. Tom Graff in the 837, part of the Tom Show. Tyler Platinum in the 814. In the 812, starting in the 7th spot, Kenny Planton. In the 8th spot, Kyle Cooper, fast this time, or earlier this year at ERX, going to have a good shot at it today. Jamie Kleikamp in the 825, starting in the 9th spot. Nick Bing in the 833, starting in 11th spot. Joey Machosik won 3 out of the last 4 races, and we're going green. And it looks like Joey Machosik is going to pull hole shot. After having a bad day yesterday, Joey Machosik pulls 3-4 car lengths off the start. Joey Machosik, what a start. Kyle Cooper in the 3rd position. Kenny Platten in 4th and Nick Bing in 5th. They're all tiptoeing away through the barn, or into the gravel pit, excuse me. After all this rain we've been having, these trucks are not that much horsepower in them, but they sure do get up and go. Machosik just running that easy line down on the bottom, trying to protect. Funk gets rotated around. I don't know if Platten got into him, but Funk went right around in the finish line turn. Platten and Kyle Cooper going at it. Cooper in the back of Platten. Cooper seems to be faster, trying to run up high on that berm. Kyle Cooper at ERX was one fast truck. A newcomer in the super stock truck class. He's very fast this year. As Nick Bing starting to reel in our leader, Joey Machosik. Nick Bing, a brand new super stock truck this year. That bright orange and white HBI back Ford. Machosik trying to get that truck rotated, pushing the front end. All of them just hanging it out on the inside. It's really slippery from all the steady rain we've been having. Trying to tiptoe. You don't want to over-rotate if you're Machosik. He's trying to run the high line and get a run, and he does. Bing over-rotates just a little bit. Man, what a year Joey Machosik's been having. He won the first 3 out of the 4 races, and he's been pretty dominant. Him and his father have worked hard on that truck, as is Bing in the offseason, putting together a brand new piece. You can see on our camera lens we're starting to see some more rain. Machosik trying to keep that truck straight. Man, you wonder if Nick Bing doesn't want to get too close early on in this race. Doesn't want to use up all his tear-offs in the first half. Kyle Cooper starting to reel in Nick Bing little by little. Coming around one more time, Joey Machosik, Nick Bing, and Kyle Cooper. Joey Machosik entering the gravel pit once again, trying to hang the back end of that truck and trying to keep it on that cushion. The bottom is very, very slick, and up on top, there's a fine line. You want to stay right into that cushion and let it roll around, and if you go over it, you get sucked up, and that gives Bing a chance to reel him in. Joey Machosik running a 1:45.458. Nick Bing went a 1:45.43. So Nick Bing just a little faster than Machosik, but yet can't button in. And Kyle Cooper now reeled in Nick Bing, our second place truck. Cooper all over the back of Bing. Man, Machosik's been fast all year long, and he's out in that clean air. It's nice. He doesn't have to pull a tear off. He's been out front since the whole shot. That truck shows it. It's clean. Four laps to go for Mountain Dew's super stock truck. Bing has opened up a little bit of a gap over Kyle Cooper in second, and you wonder if Bing has set up his truck for the mud. I mean, these guys knew it, that is going to start raining, so before the cup race you wonder if they're doing some tire changes, some air pressures, and it looks like Bing has got it figured out. Competition caution just coming out. So it's Machosik, Bing, Cooper, Visser, and Tom Varner. As you can see, the rain coming on the cameras, and still, what a beautiful track we have had all day. The Crandon crew has been very good at doing their job. I mean, when we got here early this morning, it was pretty much a big rain delay, and as what I looked at, I didn't think we were really going to get racing as soon as we did. But again, hats off to the track crew in Crandon and Cliff Flannery and his guys. We'll be coming back to the restart. Remember, again, the white flag's out front of the crowd, right in front of the Jumbotron. Joey Machosik, he's going to lead our group to that restart, and he can take off at any time. And a lot of guys this weekend were using that bottom side of that first jump, and they were getting a little bit of a run. And you wonder if you're Bing, you don't want to get too close and eat a bunch of roosts, and you find yourself grabbing for tear-offs. Richie Kuloff in the Toyota Escandino pace truck with the Cooper tires and Vision wheels all weekend long. Here we go, we're back to green. Joey Machosik doesn't really pull away from Bing that much. Kyle Cooper looking on the outside of Nick Bing. Cooper drives it in hard, as does Visser. Visser, a run he had. He was one of the best runs of his career last night, and I went over and congratulated him, and it's good to see a guy coming from the stock truck division into the super stock truck and doing a wonderful job. Machosik over-rotates just a little bit, but carries his momentum through the finish line turn. Nick Bing second. Kyle Cooper third. Nick Visser fourth. Joey Machosik. Can't say enough about that team and that truck. They've been pretty dominant the first half of this season. Nick Bing also has a win this year. And Kyle Cooper put her up on the box a couple different times. Visser hits a bad hole in the back by the starting line. Is Nick Bing. Time starting to run out for Nick Bing, but I think if he just stays in it the whole way and gets his truck where it belongs. I mean, you want to run that cushion, but yet you want to be in a position to make that initial pass. And Joey Machosik just been leading that 4 or 5 car length lead and not being able to hunt him down. Kyle Cooper in the infield, he reels in Nick Bing, and then when we get in the backstretch, it seems like Nick Bing runs away just a little bit as that cushion starts to veer off to the outside embankment of the finish line turn. Two laps to go this time by, 2 laps to go. Nick Bing still holding on to that second spot. Kyle Cooper just doesn't seem to be reeling him in. They've been keeping their distance. Man, that big hole exiting by the starting line. You run that high line and it drops you into about a 3 or 4 foot hole. Machosik, one more time around. Forest County Potawatomi, turn 1. Joey Machosik running a 141.31. And Nick Bing a 141.367. And Kyle Cooper a 141.257. So our leaders aren't far off of each other. As you can see, Cooper trying to go on the inside of Bing. White flag coming out this time by for Joey Machosik. One more time around this 1.7 mile facility. Cooper trying to do everything he can to get Bing. He's going outside, he's going inside, and the track's actually in decent shape. Machosik coming by the starting line, as is Bing and Kyle Cooper. Kyle Cooper a half a line off of Bing, trying to run down Nick Bing. Coming back to turn 1, one final time, Joey Machosik. In the 8:51, 8:33 of Nick Bing and Kyle Cooper in the third spot. Nick Fisher running 4th in the 8:80. Kyle Cooper is not done yet. Watch him as he enters into the gravel pit. Will he go high or will he go low? He takes the outside, trying to go the long way around Nick Bing. Bing shuts the door on Cooper, and Cooper comes back to the inside. One final turn for Joey Machosik, a four-time winner this year in the 851 of Joey Machosik. Second goes to Nick Bing, third goes to Kyle Cooper, and rounding out your top five, Nick Visser and Tom Vorner. Well, we're going to step aside for a second for a quick commercial break. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for our Super Buggy, the Trigg Smokehouse Super Buggy, and we have 11 cars on the starting grid. The final race of the day. Thank you very much for sticking around all day throughout the weather. Great job by the Crandon crew, and we still have this Super Buggy coming up shortly. All right, starting on the pole in the 99, Joel Eppers. Starting alongside of Joe in the number 18 of Steve Creeman. Michael Hester starting in the third spot in the number 9 car. Ryan Schwabe in the number 2 starting in the 4th position. Alongside of Ryan, Scott Schwabe in the 29. Mark Steinhardt in the 31. Michael Meister in the Ponzi back, number 94. And Daley Pennico in the DPL, number 36, starting in the 8th spot. Herman Barnum in the number 22, starting in the 10th position. Dave Vandenelzen. And to round out our 11-car field, Tom Schwartzberg. We're going to be going green anytime here. And that DPR car in the number 36 of Daley Pennico was fast yesterday alongside of Steinhardt, and even it was good to see Scott Schwabe back up on the podium. We have something going on with the 94 car. They're just messing inside the cab, getting their drivers worried. Okay. Yeah, there's, as you can see on the Jumbotron, there's 2 different rows of cars. The points leaders are up front, and then the guys that haven't made every round this year are starting in that 2nd spot. So they're going to get a nice roost on that front row. But yeah, as you can see, their crew members are getting them all strapped in, ready to rock, and our final race of the day. Once again, I got to thank everyone for coming out and dealing with the weather that we had, but we actually had a great weekend for racing, and we seen in that cup race, Johnny Greaves, another congratulations to him and CJ. Also Keegan Kincaid to get back up on that box and show that new Pro 4 has spunk in it, and I'm excited to see what he has to do here in the rest of the season. So all the engines are fired up in the Super Buggy, and we should be going green here shortly. You can see Cowboy starting to go in front of all the super buggies, trying to get a thumbs up. If they don't give him a thumbs up, he waits for them and lets them get ready, and he's going to set it up to face Ensley up in the flag stand. Again, we have that board. It goes from red to yellow, and at any time it goes yellow, between 1 and 3 seconds, he will throw the green flag. Green flag is out. Looks like Mark Steinhardt with one heck of a jump off the line in that number 31 car. But looks like Michael Meister all the way on the long way around the track. Michael Meister in the Ponzi back, number 94, takes the whole shot. Steinhardt second, Daly Pennico in third. Michael Meister been fast all year long, just waiting for him to pull that hole shot here at Crandon. Steinhardt trying to look inside of Meister as Pennico starting to reel in our 31 car of Mark Steinhardt. Hole's really developing after all the weather that we've had all day today and all the track. We haven't really had a lot of track prep, so it's been a beautiful day, and Mark Steinhardt gets a little squirrely. Daly Pennico trying to capitalize. There's a good look at Mark Steinhardt. Spent years in the single buggy division and in the light buggy back in the day in the number 31 car of Steinhardt. Pennico trying to run a half a line off, going through the rough section by the starting line in the 36 DPL car. Man, it looks like Daly Pennico has found something on Steinhardt. Trying to run inside of Steinhardt. Steinhardt shuts the door. Steinhardt still holding on to that second spot as Michael Meister's starting to open up a pretty big gap. Man, Steinhardt goes wide again in the gravel pit. Pennico cannot capitalize again on that. So, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for Pennico to capitalize, and Steinhardt just keeps on making a little baby mistakes, but he is fast enough to stay ahead. Seven laps to go this time by. 7 laps to go. Pennico going really far to the bottom, trying to rotate that car. As Steinhardt just fast enough to stay ahead of Pennico. There's a track down the center. There's like a 1-lane track. You can see the different colors of the dirt as they're running that high cushion in the back by the starting line as Pennico goes to the inside of Steinhardt. Pennico gets around Steinhardt. Steinhardt made one mistake in that back section. Pennico coming in front of the crowd one more time in the 36 car. Michael Meister, a 132.269. Mark Steinhardt and Daly Pennico, a 133.389. So they're not that far off of one another, but Meister is in a different area code. There's another look at Pennico finally clearing Mark Steinhardt. He looked faster in the beginning part of the race than Steinhardt, but it was just, it's so tricky, as you heard from other drivers earlier today that ran in these conditions, said it's not easy just to pass somebody. We have a 1-lane track pretty much when it develops like this, and they just have to wait for an opportunity. Either it's a mistake or maybe a breakdown. So we go back to Pennico. Pennico still holding on to that second spot. And remember, we'll have the competition caution halfway through this race, and it'll give Penteco another shot at Michael Meister. Coming back toward turn 1, Michael Meister, Daily Penteco, and Mark Steinhardt, your top 3. That DPR car was fast early on in the season and has been consistent all year long, and I'm interested to see here coming up into this competition caution if Penteco has anything for Meister. Five laps to go this time by. Next time we should be coming to that competition caution. Again, Mark Steinhardt with a 1:31.62. His best lap was on lap 3. Michael Meister, a 1:39.97. Man, we haven't seen much of him, Michael Meister. He's been checked out in front of the field. And that Ponzi back, number 94, coming back towards turn 1. Been out in fresh, clean air all day. I just want to give a shout out to the off-road fraternity. All those group of people are awesome people to hang out with day in and day out at the off-road track. A lot of support to the Sportsman drivers. Meister again coming through the gravel pit, and it looks like we'll be getting our mandatory caution. Looks like, yes, the competition caution, the yellow and red flag come out. That means we're halfway through this race. And again, there's Richie Kuloff in the Toyota Escondido Toyota with the Cooper tire and Vision wheels. He sets the pace for those Buggy drivers to restart and hope Daily Penteco has something in the tank for our leader. Richard Kuloff going to bring these guys around, and again, remember those white flags in front of us. Michael Meister can take off at any time, and some guys, they'll hesitate, maybe try to tap the brake and try to get a little bit of a run, but like I said earlier, a lot of times you've seen guys rolling off the backside of that front double, and CJ Greaves made it work in the UTVs. I mean, Brad Lovell yesterday made it work. You just get that little bit of an edge on someone, and on a big track like this, it helps out tremendously. We're going to be coming back to green flag. Pay attention to turn 1. The Mountain Dew Trigg Smokehouse Super Buggy's ready to start up again. Meister, Penteco, Steinhardt. Meister with another good restart. Steinhardt looks on the outside of Penteco. Daily Penteco takes a spot back from Steinhardt.
one thing you got to keep in mind, Brett, is Daley Pennico, who's running second right now, his experience on this racetrack outside of this weekend is in nothing but a mod kart. He's been coming out here the last couple of years out of Phoenix, Arizona, in his family in a modified kart. So
wow, that's amazing.
The fact that he moved up, and not only to a super buggy, but also in I think it was a super modified UTV.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely stepping up his program. He's fast in both.
Oh, and by the way, you're gonna like this. I don't want to step on you, but you're gonna like this. His dad's got probably one of the coolest off-road trucks in history sitting in his shop.
Really?
It's one of the Ford Rough Rider Mickey Thompson trucks.
Wow. He live by you?
About 6 hours.
I was gonna say I'm coming out. Man, Steinhardt still holding on to that third spot. Daley Pennico still a far gap back from Michael Meister.
Man, what is it about Meister that's been so strong the last 2 years? He just came out of nowhere. I mean, his experience in off-road racing was in RC racing. Wow. Remote control cars. That was his experience. And he still does that, I guess, from time to time. But just basically came out of nowhere to be this fast. He won right away, right out of the box.
Yeah, I remember when he was testing here in Crandon, everybody's like, he's really never drove anything. He's RC cars, like you said, I've heard rumors about that, but he sure as heck is doing a great job.
Another one of those such likable young kids that just always has a smile on his face. No matter what, always has a goofy smile on his face.
Man, the sun's starting to come back through the clouds after a gloomy day we had, but great racing so far.
Mark Steinhardt looking nice. You know, it's still kind of a little new thing for me, even though it's been about a year and a half that Steiny's been in a super buggy. I'm still used to that name being in a single buggy. That name's synonymous with that class. But to see him, again, another guy that stepped in this class and was winning right away, was running up in the top 3 right away. Now we just got to get him in a pro light.
Yeah, he's been around for a long, long time.
And this is why we got to get Stingle in next time.
Yeah, Stingle, I think he needs to step up into the bigger cars. Give somebody else a shot at it.
Yeah, no kidding, huh? We got somebody coming off the track on a hook.
Van den Helsen.
Is that who it is? You recognize that car at all?
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Sticker dude?
Yeah, before that?
You're gonna make me think.
You're good, you can get this. As our leader heads down that backstretch.
Schmidt chassis?
Nope.
Well, you got me.
Probst?
Oh, yes. Okay.
There's 2 of those cars look exactly alike.
Yeah, I remember the front ends on those things. You always pick them out.
Remember Quick and Bright?
Yep.
That's who they're built for.
That car's been around for a long, long time.
In fact, I'm not sure how it worked out, how the deal went, but I think it was a vehicle trade that Luke, sticker dude, took for that car. Van den Helsen has had a 66 Shelby Cobra.
Wow.
And it's all there, lock, stock, and barrel, 429, the whole 9 yards. And it's in pieces, but I saw it. It's sitting right there, and Luke says, I'll take 20 for it. I'm like, okay, sell my truck, sell my boat. I'm like, my thing looks so nice sitting in a shop down there in Illinois. Whoa. White flag is out one more time around for Michael Meister. Daley Pennico having a great run. In second, Steinhardt is going, okay, I got 2 of these young guys in front of me. What do we got to do for Bark River? Scott Schwabe, Ryan Schwabe, Michael Hester was slowing about a lap or so ago. Let's see, is he still on the track? Man, he's been running the whole season, coming up all the way from South Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been doing this a long time as well.
Another look at Michael Meister, a couple turns left.
Down past the skyboxes one final time to the Polaris Razor gravel pit turn. Up over the Polaris jump, one turn before he's aimed at the Amsoil finish line. It looks like Michael Meister will claim another win in 2017.
Man, I thought Daly Pennico had something for him that second half, and Meister just pulled away.
Another win for that young man. In fact, wasn't it the Meisters that brought the whole Ponzi Corporation into short course off-road? That was the first time I believe that I saw Ponzi was on Meisters.
Yeah, good-looking cars. Michael Meister, Daly Pennico, and Mark Steinhardt, your top three. All right, we're going to take a step aside here for a quick commercial break.
When it comes to protecting your engine, Amsoil offers the next level performance truck owners demand. Amsoil provides 75% more engine protection against horsepower loss and wear than required by a leading industry standard, extending the life of pistons and cams. Give the vehicle you love the above and beyond fortification it deserves. Amsoil, devoted to protection.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We're going to send it down to the podium with Tiff for the Stock Truck Awards, or the Super Stock Truck. Yes. In the third spot, the number 8, what was it? Excuse me. I can't remember what number. Kyle Cooper in the third spot.
Congratulations to you. I'll walk back into it. Okay. Congratulations to you. I know you got to be feeling really good over here. You had quite a battle with Nick Bing. Walk us through that.
Yeah, I had a decent start and then was behind Nick, just following Nick and Joey, trying to pick up on a few of their lines. And towards the end, towards the barn jump, I was really getting a run on Nick. We made some suspension changes yesterday, and that was the biggest factor that I could run with those guys today. I would like to thank the Lord for blessing me with a great family that helps me out. Usually I'd say the weather, but he didn't bless us with the greatest weather today. I got to thank Keith Steele, Jerry Edgerton, my sponsors, Jeep Super Shop, Mark from Dynamic Converter, and then also shout out to Lou at Accurate Transmission. I was stuck in third gear the second half of the race, and the trans didn't get hot at all. I don't know what happened, so we'll take it back to him, but it held up.
You've done a great job here. Hop up over here on number 3.
All right, in the second spot in the HBI Ford, Nick Bing.
Congratulations to you, Nick. It's got to feel good being over here. Podium both times in Crandon, very hard to do. How are the Maxxis tires holding up today? It's got a little bit dirty. It got a little bit wet out there when you guys decided to race, comparative to what it was earlier today.
Yeah, it was quite different from yesterday when we won. We went to a little different pattern and stuff, and it worked out really well. The Maxxis tires held up really great. I'm glad I switched to them this year. So a lot of people I like to thank. JR Enterprise, HBI Incorporated, Country Club Bar, Dale and James Bar, Nisha Body. There's many, even like TNT Motorsport, they're borrowing me front shocks because mine never came in yet. So there's many people, crew guys, and it was kind of a mix up on the start. We weren't sure we were racing, not, but second place will work for now. We'll chasing down Joey, see what happens at Barker River.
Well, you've done great here. Congratulations, Nick Bing, number 2.
All right, your winner in super stock truck in the 851 of Joey Machosik.
Congratulations to you, Joey. It's got to feel great here at the big house. Yesterday, you didn't finish where you wanted to. You regrouped, redid a few things on top of the box today. What'd you have to do?
Yesterday is a couple driver mistakes. I spun myself out twice, but other than that, I made it back to 5th. I'd like to thank mostly my dad, Max's Tires, Charlie from ATD, Mike and Ray from AMSOIL. They do a lot for the series, for the track, Bark River. I'd like to thank those guys a lot. And then Mountain Dew as well.
Well, speaking of Mountain Dew, we do have a very special guest over here. I do have Josh from Mountain Dew. He has a few choice words to say for you.
Well, congratulations, Joey, on your win. It was a great day of racing. On behalf of Mid-Wisconsin Beverage, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew, we'd like to award you with this prize. There's a bunch of cans of Mountain Dew that we'd love to deliver to your race trailer. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Joey. I know it's got to be feeling really good over here. Hop up on number 1. Back up to you guys. Scott.
Man, good job, boys. Good job, Joey. You're on a bit of a streak this year. Kyle Cooper, way to be up there. And Nick Bing. Always nice to have you boys.
I see a little diabetes action going on right there. Holy crow. But I dive headfirst into that, no, without a doubt.
Which one did you pick?
Dead center middle. I'm belly flopping right there. Look at the crowd we have here this afternoon. Man, oh man. Capacity seating and hello? Hey, there's 2.
Are we just here?
Yeah, it's 5 of us up in the tower and Frankie down in the production truck, and
we're
think
losing
that's
double O right now.
we need a picture of that. I got a picture of Dave looking like that. For real. No, I do. We had like a 4-hour rain delay. What's he supposed to do? He's in the most comfortable couch up here at the time, and he's just sprawled out. We want to remind everybody that's not here right now, that's watching us at YouTube or TORCseries.com, that coming up in Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, racing action. You got to be here if you have any chance at all. If you got nothing going, nothing planned, well, now you got to start planning. It's going to be a fantastic racing action. And not only that, but the party is huge.
Oh, yeah, and the events before the weekend.
Yeah, it's Woodstock, it's Burning Man, it's Woodstock, Burning Man, and off-road racing. Oh, yeah, that's going on too as well. So you got to plan on that. Well, let's go down to the podium one more time as we are going to celebrate the last race of the weekend, and that's the top 3 in the Super Buggy. Brent?
In the 3rd spot, the number 31 of Mark Steinhardt.
Congratulations to you, Steiny. I know this has got to be a great feeling, double podium here in Crandon. You've always done really well on this track. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I don't want to say it, but I've been racing here for probably 30 years. So I have some laps around the track, but then you got young kids out here that's been around it a few times, and they drive circles around you, but these guys are some awesome drivers. Just glad I can stay in the same zip code with them. We're still working on it. We'll be up there. We'll get after it. We'll be back in the fall, and hopefully we'll be a little better off. BF Goodrich Tires, Alamode, Laundry Lobby, and Wash Smart out of Rhinelander. Lonnie, thank you very much. And I got to thank Fastenal out of Rhinelander and all friends and family. Without that, I can't do this.
Well, we've got a few weeks till Bark River. Can't wait to see what we got in store there. Hop up on number 3.
In the 2nd spot in the DPL car, the number 36 of Daily Penico.
Congratulations to you, Daly. You've come over here from the West Coast, wanted to race with us over here. You have made quite a name for yourself in this class. How are you feeling about everything, especially double podium in Crandon?
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm glad to come in here and double podium. The track was gnarly. I didn't think we were racing earlier. And then I was like, dude, we're at Crandon. We got to race. And everyone's like, all right, we're doing it. And then I was like on the line. It was all soupy. And I was like, oh, this is going to get interesting. And then lost my turning brake halfway through the race. Kept popping out of gear. And it was getting squirrely. And I was just trying to hold the lines. And then Steiny almost got into it in the back. And like, could have been a lot worse. I'm just glad he didn't blast me. And we played it smart and kept it clean. And did a good race, and then Michael just killed it, had the line, ran away with it, and just had nothing for him, and we just did everything we could, and I'm just glad to be up here, and these guys got a lot of laps on this track, and I'm just trying to get comfortable out here, especially with this weather because it's really cold, and I'm used to like 120 right now. I was going through turn 1, and it's like 100 mile an hour, and I got water going from one side of my terrace to the other, so like, it's crazy, so it's a great experience. Glad to be out here at TORC and super pumped. Just got to thank my dad, my sister, my mom, my whole family for helping me get back here this year. I got to thank Steve Downing, Dave at 2X Motorsports, Fly Racing, XS Industries, Mr. Ritter Plumbing, and my whole family, my pit crew, just everybody that helps me get here. Thank you.
Nice job to hop up on that second place podium.
And taking the win in the Ponzi car, the number 94 of Michael Meister.
Congratulations to you, Michael. I feel like we've been talking week after week up here. Consistency is key. Yesterday you had a shock problem. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, we're pretty, but yeah, yesterday we had a little contact, broke a shock shaft. I just had to dog it around just for points and stuff like that. But today, I was gnarly track. I just kept it clean, went careful, and rode the cushion and just tried to be very careful, yeah.
It seemed like a lot of people were trying to push to that cushion. It was a little bit drier. You weren't going to get stuck in there. Was that the game plan going in there? You know, when you guys weren't sure if you're going to start, it was a little more wet out there. Was that the game plan you had?
Yeah, we were watching the class before us on the grandstands there, and it wasn't too bad. But we knew it was going to be slick them first few laps with this rain. And I want to thank Ponce, Michael Meister Logging, Never Lift Apparel, Southside Tire of Anago, Revolution Raceway, Hobby Town, 92 Designs, and I want to thank Mark Steinhardt and Kurt Grease for helping me out yesterday with my shocks.
Well, you've done it once again here in Crandon. Hop up on that. One more round of applause for these guys right here. It's been a great weekend here at the Big House. I am so thankful to always be able to talk to these guys at the podium. Back up to you guys, Brent and Todd.
That great group of guys up there. Congratulations again, Mark Steinhardt, Daly Pennico, and Michael Meister with the win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, watching us at home at TORCseries.com and on YouTube, I hope you had a great time here. And this is just a precursor we're going to see in a couple weeks at Bark River, and a real precursor we're going to see later on this summer at Labor Day weekend here at Crandon National Off-Road Raceway. Brent, I mean, this has been a blast. This is like the saddest part of the weekend for me.
Oh, it is. It's a downfall. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I mean, it stinks when we have to leave Crandon. It brought tears to our eyes, just like at the end of the year. I mean, now we get to go back to Bark River, my hometown track, and you're going to see some crazy racing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Scott Rain, Brent Smith, and Tiffany Stone down at the podium all weekend long, and the entire MSI and TORC staff, we hope you had a great time. Again, tune in just a couple of weeks at Bark River, Michigan, right here at TORCseries.com or on YouTube. We'll see you then.
this part, do you? It's probably in the truck then. Huh? What do you say? You'll find it after. If it was back here, it'd still be back here, so you must either take it to the truck with you. You left it up there. Then nobody's taking it. It's still here.
Anybody knows it'd be Tom. I just don't know where my bag. No.
Yeah, I can hear. Everything. Lights, no, at Toyota Escondido. Lights 2s 4s.
What happened today? Holy cow. Whew. Did you drink
We're
a beer?
doing lights 2s 4s.
Did you drink a beer?
I drank one earlier.
Oh. Is it still in your system? You're much better in the beer world.
I had one earlier. I'm the same guy. I had one beer yesterday.
I know, but did you have a beer today?
Yeah. Yeah.
T-Rex arms. What was it? Never mind.
Welcome to Glass Cutter Central. We're still seeing VP. We're still seeing the rollout of the video board.
It's so cold.
It's cold everywhere.
T-Rex arms.
We're seeing the video board or the rugged and the vision and the roll like the billboards.
Oh.
We're seeing all the TORC symbol and all the billboards. Okay.
I don't. You know what? Drowned rat.
What about the button
Drowned
thing, the single Princess Leia thing you had a minute ago? Do that thing. It was fine.
I like Princess Leia.
That's what I said. You rolled it up. Well, she's dead. You know that.
I know. Rest in peace.
Every sense of the word.
Brian made a comment again. Thanks,
Talk
D-Love.
about your bun. He liked your hair down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'll tell you if you look like shit. He would. And we're probably on the air the whole time now that I say that. I mean, we didn't say anything bad.
Nah, man. We just talked about our faces.
But yeah, when it was, I looked at her, and when I heard myself, I'm like, watch out.
Can I see your notes? Can you put our notes in the middle?
There is no notes. It's
Those are
just
notes. I just want to see.
You got a whole starting list right there.
Can we?
I don't have notes on
Oh, B-Lock. Are you talking to Robbie? I think you're talking to Robbie.
Obviously.
You must be talking
Obviously.
to Robbie. It's freezing. It's T-Rex.
We still hadn't seen ourselves, so we haven't seen the right thing yet.
We don't know what
When are you going to patch this thing in?
Can you move this way, dear?
To a maximum? We need to patch it in.
Can you move over?
I don't like you. Hang on. I've got the ghetto tuba 12s over here. If I fall off this bitch, you'll see it.
You don't like me? That was rude.
No, when you did that. He said sarcasm to a maximum, so I was trying to do it.
Maxis.
Kinder tires.
What is happening?
VP Racing. Just don't use VP Racing. Just don't use what Luke has in his tank. No, I said.
Oh, did anybody? You know what? I did mess up today. B-Lock.
You said lube.
I said boof.
Boof. Oh, I threw a boof in last night on the thing. Is that where you got it from?
Yeah, I must have. I did say that. That happened.